So, alrighty. There should be. There is now. Okay, alright. Hi everybody. We're live. This is Arty Bohemian, and I'm going to go through and show you her Instagram. Just let me bring that up. Well, that is up at the moment, but I'll put it to the forefront. Excuse me while I struggle with software. Okay, that's good. Get the window open so I can scroll and move that out of my way so I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, so we'll just have a bit of a scroll through the Instagram, and that's M there. Why won't it scroll any further? That's crazy. Oh, because I'm in that picture. Here we go. And these are the type of pieces, and the one that was in the foreground before that we'll be doing. I don't see mushrooms in these ones though, but we're making some mushrooms in this stream, and we're going to print them, and I'll be posting them over, and Em's going to put them in some resin jewelry. That's that one. Has that got a mushroom in it? No, that's just shells. Come on, shrooms. Running low on shrooms. There's one there, isn't it? Oh, there's one little shroom there. Is that shrooms? Ah, there we go. Beautiful. Let me go back. Is this the toggles that you? What do you what do you call those? Yep. Ah, these ones, is it? And not the donut ones. Oh, you must be getting a bit of lag. You're looking on the YouTube, aren't you? Ah, of course. Okay, so that's why we. Oh god. Oh, and I've lost you on. I've lost your face. Hold on. I must have minimized that window. Okay, you're moving again. Excellent. Ah, but now I haven't got Instagram. I have to bring Instagram in front. Hopefully that doesn't get in the way. No, it's blocked you out again. I can't have you both at once. Anyway, people should definitely follow the link in the description and go and check out Em's work directly. I'm going to bring her back because it's probably better than just the live stream. I mean, than the page. And let's bring up Mesh Mixer. So I'll just bring that window capture back to the background. That's behind all of us. And why is M not in the foreground anymore? Oh, I've just brought the wrong window back. There we go, put M back in the foreground. Okay, that's all cool. And now, alright, there's Mesh Mixer. I'll delete that because we are live now, not soon. I'm going to import your job. Now, There is a few little versions that I've done. I think I'll import all three of them. I think it's actually the same job a couple of times. Let them load up. So these are ones that we prepared earlier. And there's a few variants of it. I think that one might be, just hide a couple. I think that might be the finished one.
I can't see any mushrooms yet.
Oh, really? Okay. Must be the lag. There's probably a few minutes of lag, I reckon, or maybe.
There we go. Yeah, just appeared.
Yeah, cool. Now I don't know whether this texture will show up. I got a bit creative and put in some texture on that little frill, and I don't think this is anatomically correct for any particular mushroom species.
That's fine. I
But
don't think the ones I've been using are, to be honest. They're just, they just give the vibe, and they look good when they're
yeah.
sort of incorporated into the world.
So I think I think we might tweak this one a little bit, and then we'll build one from scratch. So we can do like a straight one and a bent one, and a few sort of variants like that. Maybe bang one up a little bit so it's a bit bruised up, and looks like it's had a bit of a life.
Yeah.
Would you like some with actual spots that are like bumps on them or divots, so that when you're painting them, you've got a detail to actually pick out?
It doesn't really matter actually because unless I don't know if you can. Can you do them in different colours or do they just come as a standard, just white?
It'll come in whatever color resin I print it in. So if you want me to print them in a color, I can, and I could do a few batches of different colors, so that
Yeah,
you'd
that
have
could be
some.
really helpful actually. That would save a lot of time.
Yeah, cool, cool.
But the red and white ones I'd probably have to paint because obviously they've got the two different colours. Um, but yeah, I have been incorporating orange, purple,
Yeah, nice.
blue. So
Cool. I
yeah,
also have a transparent resin as well, so we could muck around with the transparency, and you could paint them partially and they could look a bit see-through as well. That could be pretty cool.
oh, that could be interesting.
Okay, now just got to say hi to Teresa in the chat. Hi, Teresa. Thanks for joining. Um, and Teresa's a fellow 3D printerer. So yeah, that's mushroom number one. So I guess without any further ado, I'll just have a look at the other ones as well. So that one there was a bit fatter. I think that was too fat, that stem. And I don't think, yeah, it hasn't got all the details. I think I'll just delete that from this batch. What do we got here? That's the very generic pre-sculpted mushroom, which could, I'll just keep that around for a bit in case we want to make a variant of that. And what's this? This one must have been the one I scaled. No? It's just identical to that one. I just have two of them. Why do I have two? I don't know if there's a difference there. Where's that ad coming from? Is that you?
Nope.
Nope. I must have a window open with YouTube on it. Oh, I do. I've got a window that I had for the countdown. I had a countdown. Alright, that's gone. That's quiet. Alrighty. Where am I? Still trying to figure out whether there's actually a bloody difference between these two. I don't think there is. So I'm just going to go with that one. Alright, I'm going to duplicate him and hide him. So I've got a copy of it as it is, untainted, and I've accidentally made 10 other copies. That's okay. Alright, now I will bend it. So I'm just going to select a region of it. Wrong region. And Shift T. I'll have to probably do this in a few little stages. So sometimes my computer will lag. And I can hide that object browser now. We don't need that. That's in front of my mush. Come on, computer, don't do this to me now. It's going, come on, man, you've got like 10 programs running, 50 windows.
That's like my brain at any one time. I don't know where that music's coming from, but I've got 100 tabs open and.
Oh, the music that came on just before in
No,
the
is
stream.
that my brain?
Oh, you've got music in your brain. Sometimes I have podcasts in my brain that are non-existent. That could be a sign of.
I'm not the only one who has an internal MP3 player.
That's a good idea, Teresa, making the head a bit bigger. You didn't miss anything, Teresa. We haven't really gotten into it yet. We just sort of did a bit of a meet and greet and stuff, so you can watch that later if you want. Yeah, that's a good idea, making the head a bit bigger. I like that. I reckon because we want them to. You want to have a cluster of mushrooms that all look individual. You don't want them to all be the same. So we can definitely definitely do that for sure. Come on, computer. Wake up and smell the coffee. All I did was click a button. Come on. Oh man, it's crashed. You wouldn't think that this computer's got 64 gig of RAM, would you? All right, we're back on. Save that as. Okay. Let's try that again. So I'm just going to select the top part of the mushroom. The top part of the mushroom. And do like a bending maneuver on it. Hopefully this time it won't jam up on me. With a bit of luck. I don't know whether it froze before because I tried to get rid of the object browser while it was thinking about doing this, or whether it just died from thinking about doing this. I might need to do some triangle reduction. So when you're looking at a 3D model, it's made entirely out of triangles, like sort of origami of triangles. And the more triangles you have, the smoother surfaces you can have, and the curves and stuff are smoother. And the less triangles you have, they start to look a bit blocky and like polygons. And if you have too many, your computer just croaks up and dies like this. So I think the first thing I'm going to do as soon as my computer wakes up is actually just reduce the triangles a bit. It shouldn't make any difference in what we see when we look at the 3D print.
Sure.
Theoretically, there's a loss of detail, but we can't do the whole stream with me waiting half an hour before my computer responds. ADHD brain. Yep. So can you see the chat?
Yes.
Cool.
No? I
No?
can't see the chat.
You may have to on the YouTube. You may have to click on the chat, and it should come up.
No, I can see the chat. Sorry, it's next to it, yes.
Cool. I'm not expecting hundreds of people to join in, but you know, we'll be ready in theory. Oh, here we go. All right, it's actually going to do it. So I can sort of tilt it. Nah, it's going to take a fortnight. I'll cancel that. I should have listened to my advice. I ignored myself. I feel like I've painted myself into a corner sometimes when I do this. It would almost be quicker to crash the program and start it again. Alright, while that's doing that, let's have a bit more of a... I wonder if I can do this. Yep, I can. That didn't freeze you. Oh, but it's made you tiny. Okay, that's no good. I was going to try and scroll your Insta a bit more, but... We'll just be patients. So tell us a bit more about your resin art. I asked you off camera before about how long ago you got started with the resin art. So we'll go through that again and just sort of give a little rundown of what you do while this is all happening. I'll let you talk instead of me just talking about the software freezing.
Yeah, so I've been working with resin since 2017, um, and started a business shortly after working with it for fun.
Yep.
As I found that I could make some really interesting stuff, and people were interested in buying it.
Yep.
Um, so yeah, I make jewellery and some homewares and stuff as well. I've also been collaborating with my friend Threadlocks, making dread ties, um, and using the mushrooms to make little micro worlds in these shells.
Yep.
Um,
Where are you getting those
yeah,
from? Are they wood? Did you say they're wood?
yeah, they're wooden. My friend Threadlocks makes them.
Yep.
He makes them from scratch, and then we collaborate, and I fill them.
Yep.
And they have like a little toggle on the front and elastic. You tie your dreads up with them.
Cool. Cool. I always just tie mine up with my dreads. I just sort of grab these two at the back and. But that's pretty cool. They look awesome.
Yeah, they are awesome. They're really versatile as well. There's some resin ones I've made as well with flowers in.
yeah, nice. That's also a shape that would lend itself to being 3D printed as well. But
Yeah,
for
that might be something I could suggest to him to have a chat with you about.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Because you could print the outer shell and then still fill them with the resin the same way that you do, and also probably do some that are entirely 3D printed too. I've been looking at doing dread beads. I've made a few. There was a guy who was a bit of a crazy guy. He ended up in jail 2 or 3 times. He was from America. Pretty wild character. But he got me to do this little dread bead when I first got started 3D printing, and it was like a band's album cover. It was like a rip off of the Nirvana album cover with the baby in the pool. That this
Yeah,
other band had used a similar image, and it was like I can't remember what the weird thing about it was. It was really weird. But that was the image that I made into a bead. So and that was printing with FDM before I got my resin printer. So the detail wasn't anywhere near as good as what it is now.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Sounds cool.
Yeah. So yeah, I think like just like all your sort of typical like Bob Marley, Rasta stuff, dope leaves, all that kind of stuff. I think will sell pretty well. So it's just a
Yeah,
matter of. So I've been following like Dreddy Babes on Instagram. That's how I found you. Just like because I know that there's like a great potential market there for the dread beads, and I haven't got around to actually making a batch of them and getting them ready for market yet. But I figured step one is to I guess make the contacts.
yeah. That's the bit I find the hardest is the networking, dude. I really struggle with the networking.
Yeah.
I'm autistic, so I've got a lot of social anxiety, and it's difficult for me to like go up to people and say, "Hey, do you want to buy my stuff, or can you stop my work?"
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm pretty okay socially, but I just don't like asking for money. Like it just makes you feel poor when you ask people for money. So it's yeah, yeah, something about it. It just sort of oh, hang on, I'm going the wrong way. Whoops, I'm making it more and more dense. I'm using reduce, not remesh, so the sliding scale goes the other way. I'm just like clicking it, going, yeah, look,
Wow.
that's. So yeah, so all of these are the triangles that the model's made out of, and
Yeah,
you can see the stem there is a bit straighter, and it's made out of more like regular triangles. But then where I've been sculpting it, it's all kind of crazy.
wow. So detailed.
Yeah, it's more detailed than it needs to be. That's for sure. And just the more there's a number down the bottom. I don't know if you can see that number. I think my face is in front of it, but there's a triangle count down there, and I never actually. I can't read numbers that have got more than 4 or 5 numbers in them, so I don't know how many triangles that is. What's that? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Is that 8 digits? 8 digits worth of triangles.
Wow.
So it's like multiple millions, isn't it? Is 6 digits a million? I don't know. I don't know maths.
Five. Five's a million.
Yeah, you're in the right crowd. Teresa's also got some some social anxiety deep in her soul, she says. Oh, did you mean, when you said she's very quiet, Teresa, did you mean from an audio sense or did you mean from a personality sense? Maybe I need to turn up the volume on that monitor. I don't know if I can. Let me see. I might be able to turn up the sound a little. Yeah, I can. I can turn you up. Say something?
Is that better? Can you hear me better?
Is that better, Teresa? Let us know. Alright, and the triangles are looking a little bit more realistic now, so I'll accept that. Hopefully.
I love how much like sacred geometry this is.
Oh yeah, yeah. It is so much. Playing with this software is something that I reckon if you did it on acid, which I haven't yet, would really trip you out because you actually get inside things. Like if I just take that chunk out and show you inside, you kind of go inside the thing, and it's like these walls here between, like that chunk that I cut out. This wall here is 0 thickness. So it's, you'll see, I hate the lag, but you'll see what I mean when it gets there. So because it's 0 thickness, an object doesn't exist once you cut a hole out of it like I just did, because it might have other dimensions, but the thickness of it is 0. So if you think so if you had a single triangle, it would not exist. You need to have 2 triangles facing opposite each other and then a bunch of triangles joining them in the middle bits kind of thing to make an actual, a real object, a 3D object. Alrighty, let's try this again, and with a bit of luck, it won't screw me around. Come on, baby. There we go. So, who's saying they can't hear? Inaudible? Inaudible. Sorry, Kev, is it just because I'm mumbling? Or is it because... the yes was too... Probably it's hard to hear. Oh, no, it's not much better. What can I do? Maybe... Tell me, guys, if turning on my webcam mic helps. Because the monitor is right behind the webcam. No, I don't think that's going to help. Seems to be... the webcam's disconnected.
I'll do that though. That might help. Let me know if that helps. Got to try ZBrush. Yes, I should. Simplest shape you can make with triangles is a tetrahedron. Is that like a Toblerone packet? Is it a tetrahedron? Oh, can't hear her. You'll just have to talk really loud, Em, and we'll just hope for the best.
Okay!
Oh dear. Alright, where are we? So I've started bending this mushroom head, and because it's extremely... Stretch that out. Just move it across and bend it at the same time. Whoa, a bit too far.
Oh, that's cool.
And what we can do is we can actually just sort of split off a whole bunch of these. I'll just smooth that stalk a little bit. It's a little bit janky.
They're saying your echo is really, really awful on your mic, dude.
Oh, mine. Okay, I'll turn off this other mic. Thanks for reading out the chat. That's super helpful because I'm terrible at
that. Alright, sorry about the audio, guys. We will work on this for next time. We'll figure it out. My co-sis is actually really good with audio, so he'll be telling me exactly what I'm doing wrong later on when I talk to him. Alright, where are we? Come on, mushroom. So I've got to go Control F for smooth. and that'll just iron out any little kinks. It's taking a little while. Computer's having a think about it. It's like, will I crash or will I do what you want? Maybe I forgot to press it. It didn't respond to my key press. So I pressed the button but not hard enough or something. I might just get into the sculptor. I don't like this area here. There's an issue with that bend there. Oops. Brutal. You can see it's this particular tool is chunkifying things. Why is it doing that? No. I like the undo button. No, wrong tool for the job. Alright, that's taken out the kink. Okay, back to the object browser. So I'm going to duplicate that variant because I've got some other ideas of ways I can bend it from that position. Just got to wait for the duplicate to happen, otherwise it's probably going to happen 10 times again. Come on, baby, you can do it.
This really natural.
Yeah, and I'm thinking I'll try and do one that's kind of bent and then straightened back up again as well, so it'll kind of bend. Where's my finger in the screen? Bend and then kind of bend back that way, sort of thing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to show it, but yeah. Why won't you copy, you silly? Because I'm in select mode. That'll do it. Okay, so now I'll select that top piece again. What am I doing wrong? Why does it always grab the wrong half? Yeah, it grabs the wrong half without fail every time. Now, with a bit of luck, when I straighten it back up and move it across a little more and increase the fall off, oh yeah, oh, I can't wait to see this. Oh yeah, I probably should hide that Instagram background because it is a bit visually distracting. Where are we? It looks good, but I just looked up just then and it is making it a bit harder to see the mushroom.
Yeah, nice. Just seeing the like S-bend. That's cool.
Yeah, that'll be better with just a white background for now. Yeah, that looks really, really nice and natural, I reckon. Quite happy with that. Might just tilt it 1 more degree straighter. Too many degrees.
Mumble whisper. That's a great word.
Mumble whisper.
Yeah, my ghost has just said that you need to practice your mic technique as you go from mumble whisper to yell.
Yep, sorry. You wouldn't think I've done voice training, would you? I did a play once and we did some voice training. I should know how to project my voice. Alright, so I'm going to duplicate that one. Oh, I've duplicated it twice by the looks of it. Yep, I did. Oh no, that's only that copy and that copy. No, I have. So we've got the straight few variants now. We've got straight, slightly bent, more bent, and two more of the more bent ones, which I'll delete one of and edit the other. Now we're cooking with gas.
Nice one.
And so back to your business. Did you quickly go from being hobby to professional? And then is it all you do now, or do you also have a day job?
Yeah, I do it full time. I've been full time since I started, really, because my little one was at nursery when I started, so I just sort of did it when she was out at nursery, and then it's grown as she's gone on to school. I do it during school hours, and then go and pick her up and come home and do a bit more. So yeah, it's full time. And what was the other question you asked? I've forgotten.
It all happened pretty quickly. I guess that was part of the same question, really. So it happened because
Yeah,
you'd said it before. You'd gone from it kind of quickly
it
grew.
did happen quickly. I used to make soap a long time ago, but the law changed and it made it really difficult to
Ah,
continue.
yeah, right. What
So
a pain.
I went through a divorce and stuff, moved away, and had to sort of look at what I was going to do with my time. You know, go and get a job. What I was going to do. Being neurodivergent, coping in the workplace is really hard.
Yep.
And I've done better working for myself. So, you know, I came up with this. I needed something creative to do, you know. Always knew the great about that. So, hence,
Yeah,
going into
cool.
the resin, because it's such a flexible medium, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, my 3D
So,
printing took off really quickly as well. I sort of started out with an injury and couldn't do my labouring job that I'd been doing, and
okay.
um, that kind of oops, I almost started editing the straight copy. We need to copy that before we do that. Yeah, so it kind of started out as something I did just to keep myself sane while I was couch ridden, and
Yeah.
it grew pretty quickly into something that had started to make some money, and I thought, why would I want to go back to work? I just want to do more of this.
Yeah, this is it. It's great being your own boss, isn't it?
It is when the boss lets you do stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
uh,
It's hard. There's some things that you know, there's downsides and there's upsides, aren't there, working for yourself?
yeah,
I
that's right.
find I never take any time off. You know, I don't have holiday or anything. I just keep going, and then I start wondering, why am I feeling so tired all the time? I haven't had a day off in years. You know.
Yeah, yeah. And because you enjoy what you do, it kind of makes it hard to see it as something that you should take a break from.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
So this one's it's already three-dimensional, but I'm thinking the bends were a bit on one plane then. Now people are saying, "Si, we still can't hear her." That's a bugger. I hope you can hear. When you say you can't hear her, do you mean you can't hear her at all, or it's just too quiet? Because if it's not at all, that's really bad, and if it's just too quiet, that's bad.
They said previously in the chat that they could hear a little bit through your headset, but that was it.
Yeah, okay. Maybe this will make me quieter. What if I hang the mic up there and then turn up the sensitivity of the mic as much as I can? Can you say something?
I can't hear you now.
You might be louder than me now. That could be good. Tell us, guys. Is that better? All right. And in the meantime, I'll get back to work.
That's too quiet.
You mean I'm too quiet, or we're both too quiet, or is that a response to what we said ages ago, which was about 30 seconds ago from the lag? It was probably. I'm going to assume they meant before when we were talking about whether they could hear you or not. And now she'll respond in a second to say, it's better, yay! Hopefully. Oh no! Mesh Mixer crashed.
she says.
Oh dear. Oh no. Yeah, that's kind of, we're all out of pumpkins, I guess. I'll just put the headphones back on.
Yeah, at least we can hear you then.
Yeah, yep, that's it. Cool. And I'll just turn that back a touch because it is incredibly loud. Alright, okay, so this crashed. I don't know why it decided... Oh, why did it crash? Where are we? View. Yeah, we've still got all our bendy ones. It just decided to crash on that one because it was just unhappy. Alright, let's try that again. I'm just going to assume that we just got really unlucky with my selection. And it just didn't like it. I must have selected the wrong triangle. Yeah, so for people that didn't see... did I even stream it? I think I might have streamed it the other day when I was mucking around creating this one in the first place. I can't remember now. But I will design a mushroom from scratch in the stream. Because I think, it'd be nice to have one without those frilly bits and stuff.
Okay.
Cool. And how much time do you have, Em? I've got plenty of time, so we can...
Yeah, I've got loads of time. The only thing, I want to try and cast again today before the school run, and I want to go for a run at some point, but it's boiling hot out there at the minute, so maybe that can wait till after I've had some lunch and it's cooled down a little bit.
Cool. Come on, computer! Let's have another moment. I don't know whether it's because I've got other copies of... See, I'm still struggling to understand with this program whether anything that's not visible is actually affecting my RAM and stuff or not. Is my IM program set up as an input in OBS? I'm using Facebook Messenger, and it is, as far as I know, only using the sound from my microphone. Oh man, it crashed again. Alright, this time, because we've got a saved copy of that, I'm just going to delete some extra mushrooms from this batch. Just in case that's what's causing the crashing. You bastard. I know what caused it. That one is the high-res one that we hadn't... I see, that's all it was. Because we'd done the reduce on one of those, then I edited it. I've gone back to the original one that wasn't reduced and tried to manipulate it again. So that's all the problem was. I just have to remember, can you remind me to duplicate this one before I edit it again? Then that should be sweet. Yeah, I've got some ADHD traits myself, and I really find concentrating on multiple tasks challenging, and organising like schedules and things with customers and stuff like that, I struggle with it. If I've got 2 or 3 jobs on the boil, I'm terrible. It's not a good thing. So it's good when I've only got one thing at a time to do. That's always good. Geez, I've got a picky eye. I just noticed a slight manufacturing flaw with my drawing tablet. There's like the bezel's not quite square. Thanks, Wacom. It's like a little tiny gap just down the side of the between the bezel and the thingamajig. That's a bit too reduced. Let's go back a little bit. So guys, I did heard. Oh yes, and read the chat. Yes, I'm reading the chat. Where are we? Too quiet. Nobody can hear. I heard her better just now, and Sam is just mumbling. Sad we have to teach Sam how to be a YouTuber. You need to add Facebook Messenger to OBS so we get the audio properly. Okay. Read the chat, Sam. I wonder if we can do that now. If I go plus, what do I do? Audio input capture.
No, that's not working. A dedicated laptop for chat monitoring. No, I think I need a auto prompter that reads out the chats with a funny voice. That's what I need. Alright, the mushroom's good. It's mirror meshed. Now I have to duplicate it. And I'm just going to call that base. Base mushy. Okay, we're good. So yeah, I reckon we'll do 1 or 2 more poses of this shroom and then we'll jump on to the next.
Okay. It worked! It says it worked. They can hear me typing.
Oh. Ah. Ah. It did.
Awesome.
Cool. Alright, yeah, that's great.
Well, there you go. You've learned how to do that now.
I don't know what I actually did. I thought I'd failed at what I tried to do, so I don't know how that worked. But I clicked on like audio input capture 2, and that's now seems to be working, so that's awesome. I thought I did have one of those before. I don't know what I did with it, but I didn't think it was working either. Okay, guys. So as of this moment, just tell me if it's still working because I may have done something to it to break it. So just tell me if it's still working. So yes, Sam, it's still
Teresa
working.
says it did work.
Cool. But I'm just wondering if since she heard what she heard with the time delay that maybe I've changed something and broken it again. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, now tell us your life story all over again now, Em. Just kidding. We'll get to some new questions. I mean, you can reiterate for sure, but
No, I'm too loud. I'm too loud now.
Okay, I can turn that back. That's good. And am I too loud? I'm echoing. Ah, okay. Yeah, it seems that both mics spike when I talk. I don't know what's with that. Maybe because I'm in the call. Ah. But if I mute the call, then Em won't be able to hear me in real time. Kill the room mic. Oh yeah, because that one's being used for the... Yeah, okay. Kill the room mic. Okay. Well, I appear to be still audible. So tell me if I'm still audible. Okay, cool. Alright, back to moving mushrooms. So I'm going to move it not only in one direction, but also in another. And tilt it a few different ways. Oh, whoops. I just did that to the base mushy. That's okay. I'll just rename it so it's not base mushy anymore. One Direction were a terrible band. Yeah, no, the webcam mic is off, but my mic seems to be. It was like, I think what it was that I'm using my mic to do the video call with, as well as it's working in OBS, which I'm surprised. But it was working in both, and then I've just muted the actual mic in, and I've still got the audio input unmuted. Cool. All right. Okay. Well, I hope everybody's having fun. I am. That's the main thing. As long as I'm having fun. Okay. Now this time, I reckon I might go for a super loopy one. That's had a real hard life.
Got a few real ones still left over that are dried.
Ah, cool.
Not many. I've used most of them up because yeah, it's too hot for them at the minute. Occasionally see some.
Yeah, the ones that you use look a lot like the blue meanies. Those little ones that you use. So
that one, I think that's some sort of bonnet mushroom, and then that's a Liberty Cap, the magic ones that we have over here.
yeah, cool.
I don't partake, but
They're probably related to the blue meanies if they look the same sort of shape, I would say.
Yeah, it's really cool when I find like one on my bucket list, you know, and then pick it and dry it and it gets used in my work.
Yeah,
it's always
for sure.
fun. Most of them are too big, you know. Most of the sort of standard mushrooms, they've got to be really tiny for me to use them in my work.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and if you're doing something like a table or something like that, maybe. Have you done anything big? Have you done large pieces or?
The biggest pieces I've done, probably.
Oh yeah,
that's the
nice.
biggest thing I've done with mushrooms, yeah.
Is that a platter or a cheese board or something?
It's a tray, yeah.
Yeah, beautiful.
It's got all the mushrooms in it.
You know what I've wanted to do
That's
is
the biggest thing.
I've often wanted to use a piece of glass as the top of it and pour it upside down, and then the top surface that you actually touch and feel is glass. I think that would be pretty cool, so that you've got a, you know, just like it's a better cutting board or whatever, you know, that sort of thing. It's not gonna, you're not eating off resin or. I never trust resin.
Yeah, the resin I use is actually food safe. It's non-toxic, food safe stuff.
Yeah.
And by some weird coincidence, the stuff like the eco resin I use is for 3D printing. It's the bio resin that you put in your 3D printer.
There you go.
And
So
I use it with a UV oven and do it in layers, you know.
Yep. Cool. So that's a good way to work. I was assuming it was epoxy.
No, it's some stuff I use epoxy, some stuff I use several types. Some stuff is the heat-proof resin for like coasters, table mats. Some stuff is the food safe, non-toxic art resin, but mostly I use eco resin just from an environmental point of view, you know.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So I'm not adding to the plastic problem.
Now, I reckon we can probably do a cluster of them as well. I might try and pose the group so that they're individual mushrooms still, but they kind of work as a batch. And then that way I can possibly pose another. Oops, what have I done?
I tend to use them mostly as singles because that way I can sort of spread them out over a scene more, and I get more for my money that way as well.
Yeah, cool. I'll still print them individually, but if I pose them so that they work as a cluster, then I might it might just be that I bend a mushroom slightly differently to how I would otherwise, which as an individual mushroom won't make much difference, but might make
that makes sense, dude.
Make it a better team player. I might discover a shape that we need.
It sounds like the postie's here. I'm going to have to go and answer the door in a minute.
Cool. I always get excited when the postie's here.
It's like Christmas, isn't it? All the things you've ordered. No parcels today. Oh.
Just bills.
Just bills, yeah. Letters.
Oh, anti-presents. It's the anti-Christmas. I keep hearing the microwave beeping at me. I've got a pair of socks full of wheat. I use as a heat pack around my neck.
Yeah.
And it's in there beeping away at me, telling me it's nice and warm. Well, it's actually probably getting cold now. Cool, they look cool as a little pack. None of them are touching each other. Alrighty. I reckon that's probably enough for that one. Let's. Cool. File. Save. Why does it always start out in the wrong folder? Have you got birds, or are they just ones in the background?
No, they're just in the background. It's just the sparrows outside.
Cool.
I've got the balcony door open. The dog's out there sunbathing.
What sort of dog?
It's a Lurcher cross Whippet.
I like whippets. They're pretty cool. What was the other breed? Sorry.
Lurcher.
Haven't heard of them.
It's a great Lurcher is a greyhound crossed with any working breed.
Okay.
So she's all long dog.
Yeah, have fun, Teresa. Thanks for joining. They're sorting too much out and enrolling in high school. Cool. Oh, good stuff. All right. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for helping me get the sound sorted out. And I agree, One Direction were a terrible band. Cool, so that's those. Let's. I've saved that. I'll save it again just to be sure. And I might. Where are we? Just delete everything in here so that we don't have a.
Can you like make some of them like shorter and taller and
Yeah,
so
for
they're
sure.
different?
Yeah. Or did you want me to use the same top and have shorter and taller ones?
Yeah,
Or
the cluster, you know, that you've made there, maybe it a bit more naturalised if there's like.
oh yeah, I'm hearing what you're saying with that batch. Oh, because sorry, there's that delay, isn't there? Let's see. Let's just go back to those and bring them back. Because we can use that same top with a shorter base. Oops. That's weird. I must have munted that bottom. That's right. I'll just resculpt the bottom. Oh, I know. Hold on. I know what I can do. Um, always. Keeps on wanting to shrink it too much. Extreme.
It's good.
I'll just hide that colour so that it's easier to see. Yeah, I like that. Okay, duplicate that. I don't know how caps lock came on. Okay, shorty, duplicate the shorty, hide the shorty. Go short stuff. Come on, you can do it. Not too much. You know, the other thing I can actually do is somewhat flatten them as well, so they kind of look like a really fresh pressed dried mushroom, kind of, but without being wrinkled. So that
Right,
way
yeah.
they'd be somewhat 2D, which might help with packing more things in.
Yeah.
But still look 3D.
Yeah.
So that could be food for thought.
Yeah, that could be helpful actually, because before now I did work on a custom toggle locks for someone who she made the design herself, and then like she wanted so much in there, and she wanted it to be a micro rolled as well.
Yeah.
It looked awesome when I finished, but it was a real struggle packing everything in there, you know, and sort of like I'd do cast the layer, and then she'd say, "Oh, and I want this as well," and I'm not sure that's going to fit. So yeah, sometimes it can be an issue.
Yeah.
Most of the time it's not. But
yeah, I can imagine just that sort of just that little bit of extra wriggle room. Like I can just get that whole mushroom. Oops. And obviously I'll just do it with the straighter ones, but I can kind of just squish one axis of it. Probably too much, but food for thought anyway. So they can still be layered and stacked in a 3D way, and they still will have those rounded sides, but you could even just do it with the top and not so much with the stem as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, food for thought. Shorty copy. We'll do another variant off that copy. Oh, is there anything happening in the chat?
Talking about Vibe Drive at the minute.
Oh, you're chatting in there as well. I see. Cool. Good stuff. one more wacky one. Duplicate. Oh, I'm still in selection.
I'm going to have to go soon, dude, because I need to get some stuff done before I got to pick the kids up.
Yeah, cool. Alright, well that was fun. Didn't get time to create one from scratch, but that's okay. I still think we got quite a lot of good mushrooms out of it, and we can always do this again.
Yeah, good. And I'm happy to let you have creative control on the shapes and stuff. And yeah, it'd be cool. Like I say, I've got quite a few. I've got a little drawer full of them at the minute, so I'm not in urgent need of them. But they are something that periodically I order a big batch of, and
yeah, for sure.
Sure to have them from you.
Yeah, and we can talk off camera about intellectual property and stuff like that as well, so that you can either, I mean, you can choose whether you want to own the design or whether it's something I can print and or sell to other people. Like whether it's the model, I could sell the model or sell the actual prints, or either or both, or not at all. That's all.
No, that's cool. You've done the design work, so you should own that. That's fine. I just want to be able to, use them to create with. Is all.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, if that's all you want, then that's fine. But if you want exclusive, rights to that design, that's also fine. Cool. All right. Well, all right, now I'm just going to shut that little window so I can see my face. Well, that was fun, and thanks everybody for joining. I'll let you go, and we'll save that there. Just clear that selection, and we'll bring them all up to view. Just make them all visible. A little cluster. Little cluster of shrooms. Cool. All right. Well, I'll be in touch with my collaborator about the printing, and
Awesome.
we'll go from there.
Yeah, cool. I'll catch you on Instagram or Messenger.
Yep.
And yeah.
Awesome.
Sure, I see some of your posts and stuff as well, and like them when I see them.
For sure. Awesome. Okay. Well, you take it easy, and I'll catch you soon. And I'll just go through the chat. Oh, that was you in the chat there. Cool, guys. I'll read through the chat later on as well and see if I missed anything. Awesome. All right, I'm going to end the stream and have some dinner.
Bye.
Have a good one. See ya.
Yeah. See you later.